Welcome to the Night Shadows channel. Get ready to dive into a new horror story. Put on your headphones, turn off the lights, and let your mind wander through the darkest corners of imagination. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily stories. Now, take a deep breath and step into the story, if you dare. The sunlight streamed down as Clara, Sophia, and Marcus emerged from the well, but it did little to chase away the chill that clung to their bones. The village lay before them, an expanse of familiar landscapes now twisted by the shadows of their recent experiences. The air felt heavier, almost electric, as if the world was holding its breath, waiting for the next move in their dangerous game with the darkness. "Did you feel that?" Sophia asked, brushing her hair back as she scanned the horizon. Her eyes, usually bright with optimism, were clouded with an unsettling awareness. Clara nodded, swallowing hard. "It's like a storm is brewing, just beyond the trees. We've stirred something, and I don't think it's finished with us yet." Marcus' brow furrowed. "We need to gather more information. If the darkness is returning, we must understand its motives. It's not just about fear. There's something deeper at play." As they walked through the village, the once familiar paths felt alien and charged. Villagers passed them with wary glances, their faces etched with anxiety. Whispers rippled through the crowd, tales of shadows lurking at the edges of the woods and ominous signs foretelling doom. Clara felt a knot tighten in her stomach. She had seen the fear in their eyes, and she knew it mirrored her own. "Let's head to the library," Marcus suggested, breaking the oppressive silence. "If there's any record of what we're dealing with, it will be there." The library was a sprawling structure, its wooden shelves lined with dusty tomes that held the history of the village. As they stepped inside, the musty scent of aged paper filled the air, mingling with the faint smell of wood polish. Clara felt an unexpected comfort in the space, a refuge from the storm that awaited them outside. "Where do we even start?" Sophia asked, running her fingers over the spines of books as they moved deeper into the library. "Let's look for anything on local legends or the history of the well," Marcus replied, his determination evident. "There must be something that ties the recent events to the stories of the past." Clara nodded, joining him in a search for answers. They split up, each drawn to different sections of the library. Clara found herself in the corner of the room, where the light barely reached, and the shadows seemed to gather more densely. She pulled out a book titled Whispers of the Past, Dark Legends of the Valley, its cover worn and faded. As she flipped through the pages, she stumbled upon a passage that sent a chill down her spine. "In the depths of the valley, where the ancient well lies, a being awakens when the stars align, thirsting for souls lost to despair. It is said that those who seek knowledge may find themselves ensnared by its seductive whispers, only to be consumed by the shadows they uncover." The words echoed in Clara's mind, and she felt the weight of the darkness pressing against her thoughts. She knew the being referenced in the passage was not a mere myth. It was the very essence of the terror they had faced in the cavern. "Clara?" Sophia's voice broke through her reverie, urgency lacing her tone. "You need to see this." Clara rushed over to where Sophia stood, her face pale as she held a large, leather-bound tome. "Look at this," she said, pointing to an illustration of the well. It depicted figures surrounding it, their expressions twisted in anguish as they performed a ritual, their hands raised toward an ominous shadow hovering above. This is what we faced," Clara breathed, feeling the weight of the realization settle over her. "These are the same markings we saw in the chamber." Marcus joined them, his eyes scanning the page. "This isn't just a story, it's a warning. The being doesn't just feed on fear, it thrives on despair and pain. We have to stop it before it gains more power." "But how?" Sophia interjected, panic creeping into her voice. "We barely survived our first encounter. What if it comes for us again?" Clara felt a surge of determination rise within her. "We have to be proactive. We need to understand its weaknesses. If we can figure out what binds it to this world, we might be able to sever that connection." As they delved deeper into the lore, the atmosphere in the library grew thick with tension. The shadows danced in the corners, flickering and twisting in ways that felt almost sentient. Clara glanced at the windows, noting how dark clouds were rolling in, casting an ominous gloom over the village. We should find the oldest records, Marcus suggested. There may be accounts from those who faced the darkness before us. They searched through the archives, sifting through fragile scrolls and brittle pages until they uncovered a scroll that seemed untouched by time. It was adorned with intricate designs and strange symbols, much like those etched in the well. "What does it say?" Clara asked, her pulse quickening with anticipation. Marcus unrolled the scroll carefully, his eyes scanning the text. "It speaks of a ritual that binds the darkness to its power. It requires a conduit, someone who has tasted despair. It says that only by confronting their deepest fears can they disrupt the entity's hold." Clara's heart sank. So,